In this tutorial you will learn how to take professional photographs of your three-dimensional work. We have specifically included this feature in the lower section of the model menu. By pressing on the Add Camera tab, you will automatically include 6 cameras into the viewport. You can view your work through any one of these cameras. By clicking on the following tabs: front, back, top, bottom, left and right. The orthographic view is the set standard we are working in, although you may want to choose one of the others, either perspective or panoramic. In order to demonstrate this feature, we will choose the orthographic view. Below the different view options, you will see an orthographic scale slider. By moving the slider you can zoom in or out of your work. If you would like to rotate the models, move to the upper model and select it. Then press on the mouse wheel to rotate the model. Please note, by doing this you will lose the original default positions of your cameras. Moving back to the menu, there are 3 different options for taking your snapshot. The Solid tab will render a photo of the models as they appear in their current state, in other words how they have been presented throughout all of the tutorials. The Eevee rendering option is a new Blender feature, and facilitates Blender to process any design work done immediately and in real time. This means that you can work on surfaces which resemble plastic, metal or glass, in a 3D environment of your choice. The Cycle option will render a more photo-like finish, whereby the user can set the interplay of light hitting the surface of the model, and the way it travels through the model. By carefully adjusting these parameters, you can set a very realistic shadow effect, and by additionally adding surface texture, a true-to-life photo can be achieved. Currently both of these features display a dark image. This is because, as of yet, no lighting has been introduced into the background. To do this, navigate to the upper edge of this window, and wait until your cursor turns into a cross. Drag the mouse to open up another window. Go to the Properties function, and select that. We will commence by introducing a light source into the 3D environment. Choose the world icon. Then move to the Color option and press on the little circle. Now locate the Environment Texture tab. Click on that. Notice how this has introduced a purple light into the scene. We will go to the menu and press on the Open tab. Then navigate to Volumes, enter into your hard drive and look for your module file. Open the module file directory, and then press on the HDR folder. In this folder you will find several HDR background themes. As an example, we will choose the Uffizi Gallery in Florence. Lighting from the gallery itself has now been introduced into the scene. You can either press on the Eevee or the Cycles tab. The Cycle feature appears to be a little grainy. This is because the image has not been rendered yet. This Cycle feature comes with a built-in lighting and shadow effect. By checking the transparent box, the background will be instantly removed, although the lighting remains. When we look at the object from the left camera point of view, the shadow effects become more apparent. You can further adjust the intensity of light by navigating back to the Properties menu. Here you will be able to adjust the strength of the light. For this demonstration, we will keep the value set to 1. You can now render the object and turn it into a photograph by clicking on the Render tab. Since this takes Blender a while to calculate, we will fast forward this section. Lighting and shadows will change, depending on which HDR environment you import into the scene. In order to save the current image, navigate to the upper left menu and click on the Image tab. Then simply select your preferred folder, and press on Save Image. You can now exit. You can view your study model from different angles, by pressing on any of the 6 cameras which surround your model. If you view them from the top, notice how the upper model is blocking the view of the lower model. You can left-click on the upper model, then press on the closed eye icon. This will hide the upper model. Likewise, by clicking on the eye, you can unhide it again. Now click on the closed eye and press on Render. We will fast forward this section. Blender has many options for photography, and you will be able to render extremely lifelike photographs. You will also find numerous tutorials online. We will now change the material of the dental models to demonstrate the latest advancement in Blender. Select your model. Navigate back to the Properties menu, then move down and select the Material Options tab. Proceed to the New button. This will display a list of materials, which you may want to work with. For instance, you can change the color of your models. You may want to add a metallic sheen to them. You can change the gloss effect of the surface. If you wish, you can explore this feature further, and turn the models into glass. As you can see, the options are enormous. The glass feature could be very useful for designing orthodontic splints. You will note that at the moment we are lacking a background scene. To change this, uncheck the transparent checkbox. If you would like to see the entire background, click on the image first, then select the camera you would like to use. In this case, we will click on the front camera, then change to perspective mode. This will give you the background environment. We will change the models back into a solid color. In this example, we will fast forward this procedure. This section will be covered more in depth in future. Please remember that any updates and videos will be located in your blue folder on the website. Once this is done, you will have to render the object again, then wait for Blender to recalculate this action. One can appreciate the difference between an object which has a material assigned to it, and one that doesn't. We can now exit this window. The cameras can be deleted at any time by pressing on the Delete Camera tab. We will now demonstrate the real-time rendering feature called Eevee. In order to use the Blender's Eevee feature, you will need to ensure that you press on the Eevee tab on the model menu, and that you work in the dynamic view mode. If you are not already in this mode, simply toggle the perspective grid icon on the upper menu. As you can see, this feature will allow you to do any design work in some amazing environments. We have included several other environments in your module file. If you choose to download others, be sure you place these in the same folder, in order for them to work properly. To end the session, and to delete the background environment, navigate to the Properties section, and click on the Exit tab. You can then click on the Solid tab. This will get you back to where we started. On this note, we will conclude the Snapshots tutorial. Well done. In the next and final video, you will learn how to export your dental model for printing or for further restorative work. Thank you for watching this video.